The only thing that interferes with my learning is my education. You can't be brave if you've only had wonderful things happen to you. We have to speak the truth always, at any cost, and no matter what. Most of what I say is complete truth. My edit button is broken. He who knows his enemy and himself well will not be defeated easily. You know, there's no such thing as a complete lie. There's always some truth in there. You are never alone. You are eternally connected with everyone. If everyone wants to be somebody, I want to be somebody else. In the end, you should always do the right thing, even if it's hard. I very rarely think in words at all. A thought comes, and I may try to express it in words afterwards. Behind every beautiful thing, there's some kind of pain. People who keep stiff upper lips find that it's damn hard to smile. Irrational expectations are at the root of most human suffering. Positive expectations are the mark of the superior personality. All men know the use of the useful, but nobody knows the use of the useless. Now I know what success is: living your truth, sharing it. What is essential in war is victory, not prolonged operations. All things one has forgotten scream for help in dreams. He who requires much from himself and little from others will keep himself from being the object of resentment. I have no special talent. I am only passionately curious. Earth's crammed with heaven, but only he who sees takes off his shoes. Fes est ab hoste docere. One should learn even from one's enemies. It's hard not to feel happy when you make someone smile. Your direction is more important than your speed. Education is not preparation for life. Education is life itself. Between living and dreaming, there is a third thing. Guess it. If you believe you can, you might. If you know you can, you will. In business, professionalism is not a tactic, but a moral value. A life fueled by passions is like riding on the back of a dragon. If you are willing to go out on a limb, the tree of life holds endless possibilities. Real knowledge is to know the extent of one's ignorance. No one is too busy. It's only a matter of priorities. He who is highly esteemed is not easily conspired against. Those who look for the bad in people will surely find it. The sidelines may be safer, but life is played on the field. Bloom as if you want to make the whole world beautiful. I like people who refuse to speak until they are ready to speak. The truth will set you free, but first it will piss you off. Kindness in words creates confidence. Kindness in thinking creates profoundness. Kindness in giving creates love. I do not like to repeat successes. I like to go on to other things. The serpent, if it wants to become the dragon, must eat itself. Faithless is he that says farewell when the road darkens. The man who asks a question is a fool for a minute. The man who does not ask is a fool for life. When we fail, our pride supports us, and when we succeed, it betrays us. Make your lives a masterpiece. You only get one canvas. Here, in this quiet place we own, worlds are born. Run the voodoo down. In the end, the world always wins. That's just the way of things. When the position is such that neither side will gain by making the first move, it is called temporizing ground. The superior man thinks always of virtue. The common man thinks of comfort. Maturity is when you stop complaining and making excuses and start making changes. Let your plans be dark and impenetrable as night, and when you move, fall like a thunderbolt. When truth is replaced by silence, the silence is a lie. I do not believe in taking the right decision. I take a decision and make it right. Failure is the condiment that gives success its flavor. There are people who have money and people who are rich. Judging is the cause that creates the effect of choosing. May my heart be kind, my mind fierce, and my spirit brave. In order to form an immaculate member of a flock of sheep, one must, above all, be a sheep. Invincibility depends on oneself, the enemy's vulnerability on him. You will find the key to success under the alarm clock. Almost nobody dances sober unless they happen to be insane. Only courageous hearts can endure the bitterness of truth. If you think you are too small to make a difference, try sleeping with a mosquito. Reason may be employed to support faith as well as to destroy it. Anything not worth doing is worth not doing well. Think about it. If you wait by the river long enough, the bodies of your enemies will float by. All the world is made of faith and trust and pixie dust. I'm not going to die. I'm going home like a shooting star. Whatever is going to happen will happen, whether we worry or not. The king is only fond of words and cannot translate them into deeds. Winning isn't enough. The acme of all skill is to defeat your enemy before taking the field. If you're waiting until you feel talented enough to make it, you'll never make it. When something can be read without effort, great effort has gone into its writing. To be alone is to be different. To be different is to be alone. Life before death, strength before weakness, journey before destination. There is no progress or accomplishment without sacrifice. One day you will wake up, and there won't be any more time to do the things you've always wanted. Do it now. To be wronged is nothing unless you continue to remember it. You don't get what you wish for. You get what you work for. As he learns the truth will automatically free him. I care for no man on earth, and no man on earth cares for me. We all have two lives. The second one starts when we realize that we only have one. Sometimes we create our own heart, breaks through expectation. Luck implies an absolute absence of any principle. Truth is a straight line you sometimes need to curve. You should know that by now. Amid the turmoil and tumult of battle, there may be seeming disorder, and yet no real disorder at all. I know the joy of fishes in the river, through my own joy, as I go walking along the same river. Because you can only die once, but you can suffer forever. If what one has to say is not better than silence, then one should keep silent. After all, if you run far enough, no one can catch you. You show me a capitalist, and I'll show you a bloodsucker. Freedom is the right to tell people what they do not want to hear. Great men are like eagles and build their nest on some lofty solitude. It is more important to be of pure intention than of perfect action. We need to renew ourselves often. Even temples need renovation. Verily, God does not reward man for what he does, but for what he is. True friends are always together in spirit. Lucy Maud Montgomery. Sound intelligence promises victory in every battle. Never get bitter. Life is a medley of good and bad ingredients. The longing for paradise is man's longing not to be man.